I'm a free bird now. You will reach this day. After all gets married, then you will reach that. When you get grandkids. Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Let us chant one round of japa with Srila Prabhupada. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. I don't hear it. One second. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिके। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम Rama Rama Hare Hare. Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki jai. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to today's Srimad Bhagavatam for All session. Let's recite Bhagavad Gita Shloka. We are reciting from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 10, text 34. Does anyone need to go first? No? So we'll go in order. Once we start the order, we will just go in order. Okay, Usha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to the assembled devotees.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Go ahead, Mataji.
Are you able to hear me right, Mataji?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you, Mataji. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Mrityu sarva harascha utpavascha bhavishyata kirtisrirvakcha narina smritir meda dhritikshama. Translation. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be, among whom I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Thank you, Mataji.
Medha is not.
Meda is also going, Mataji. 1 second.
If she's not ready, she can go in
Hare
order. That's all. You're there?
Krishna
Okay, go
Mataji.
ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mrityu sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishytam pritihi shrivakshanareenam smritirmeda dhritikshama. Translation. I am all devouring death. I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience.
Yes, thank you. Okay. So we'll go in order now. Achintadev Prabhu.
Mataji, I'll read at the end.
You'll read at the end. So Aditi Lata Mataji and Arunita are there? I don't see them.
They'll read at the end.
Okay. So Isha.
मृत्यु सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्चनारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतक्षमा. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience.
Krishna Shish is not here. Madhava is not here. Rasapriya.
मृत्युसर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिः श्रीवाक्चनारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिक्षमा. I am all devouring death. I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience.
Lokesh is here. Oh, Sonia Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Mrityuh sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyataam kirtihi shrirvakya narinam smritirmeda dhritikshama. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Lokesh is not here, so Medha and Usha Mataji are done. So Narsimha Leela Chaitanya Prabhu, Suraj Spurti Suvarnangi Mataji. Durga
Hare
Puja
Krishna
time
Mataji.
here, that's why you hear the background. Yes, Prabhu, go ahead.
What Mataji?
I said it's Durga Puja here, that's why you hear all the sounds.
Oh,
If
okay,
you
okay.
are hearing.
Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji. मृत्यु सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीवक्ष नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतक्षमा. Translation by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mitra Sarva Haraschama
Mrityu sarva haraschaham.
Chaham
Udbhavascha bhavisyatam.
Bhavasya Vavishta Kirti
Sthir bhak janarina
Shara Narayana Nitir Meda
iti kshama.
Sama. Translation. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence,
Steadfastness.
and patience. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
So what are Mataji are not here, ma'am?
Others are not there.
No.
Nilambari Radha Mataji. Not ready. So I can take. Oh,
Hare Krishna Mataji. Krishna Prabhupada.
Dhanvat Pranam. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
मृत्यु सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिः श्रीर्भक्त्यान् नरीणम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृति क्षमा. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Priyanka Haripriya Mataji. Oh, I thought I saw Mataji. Maybe she had to drop out. Saujanya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandot Pranam, Salve to Srila Prabhupada.
Dhanvat Pranam Mataji. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Mrityu Sarva Harascham Ubhavascha Bhavishyatam Kirtihi Shrir Vaksha Narinam Smritir Medha Driti Kshama. I'm all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Vindhyavali Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I am below obeisances.
Please accept all obeisances, Mataji. All glories to
Mrityu
Srila.
sarva harishchaham udbhavascha bhavisyatam kirtisrir vaksha narinam smriti medha dhritikshama. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Hare Krishna.
Achintadev Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to the assembled devotees.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Prabhuji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. मृत्यु सर्वहरश्चाहम्
मृत्यु सर्वा हरश्चाहम्
उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्
उद्वासश्च भविष्यता
उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्
उद्भावश्च भविष्यताम्
कीर्ति श्रीर्वाक् च नारीणाम्
कीर्तिर्श्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम्
स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा
मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा. Translation: I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Aditi Lata Mataji and Arunita. I'll recite one.
Not ready yet.
Okay. Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 10, text 34. Mrityuh sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam kirtihi shrirvakcha narinam smritirmedha dhriti kshama. I am all devouring death and the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Okay? So we'll begin with Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, chapter. Did we complete the chapter? Yes, we completed chapter 7 yesterday. We were reading about the descendants of King Mandhata. So we read about Trishanku, and then we read about Harishchandra and how Harishchandra got perfection in the end, liberation, he was liberated. That's how the chapter ended. So now we will begin chapter 8. We are still reading about the descendants of descendants of Vaivasvata Manu. In that we are reading about the descendants of Ikshvaku, and in that we are reading about the descendants of Vikukshi, and in that the descendants coming down from Mandhata. So we came down to Harishchandra. So we'll go down further. Okay, this is the dynasty beginning with Vaivasvata Manu. Vaivasvata Manu means he is the son of Vivasvan. Vivasvan Manave Praha. Manur Ikshvakave Bravit. Yes. So Vivasvan son is Manu. Which Manu? Shraddha Dev or Vaivasvata Manu. And Manu's son, one of his 10 sons is Ikshvak. So, what dynasty is this then? In which King Harishchandra has come?
Ikshvaku Vamsa.
Okay, also called as
Hmm.
Ikshvaku Vamsa is correct. There are two. Surya Vamsa. There are two dynasties. Surya Vamsa and Chandra Vamsa. So Ikshvaku's father is Vivasvan. Vivasvan is Surya, sun god. So this is Surya Vamsa. So we will read in Surya Vamsa culminating in Lord Ramchandra.
Yeah.
Supreme Lord. And then we will read Chandra Vamsa culminating in Krishna. This is the 9th canto. So we have come up to Rohita, the son of Harishchandra. So we will read further. We'll come to Dasharath Maharaj like that. So continuation, this is chapter 8 of the 9th canto. The sons of Sagara meet Lord Kapila. In this 8th chapter, the descendants of Rohita are described. So in the 7th chapter, the descendants of King Mandhata were described, because the 6th chapter ended with the discussion of Mandhata. 6th chapter ended with the discussion of Mandhata, how Mandhata was born to Yuvanashva, all that was discussed in the 6th chapter. So then the descendants of Mandhata will be discussed in the 7th chapter. So also Mandata means his daughters, right, were married to Saubari Muni. So 6th chapter was talking about the downfall of Saubari Muni, but actually we were reading about the descendants coming down to Mandata. So the 6th chapter ended with the discussion of Mandata's daughters. So now the next chapter is talking about the descendants of Mandata, means his sons and their descendants. So there we came up to uh, Rohita, 7th chapter, right? Mandata's sons, and then in that line, uh, we got, I think his name was Tribandhana, and his son was uh, Satyavrata, who was celebrated as Trishanku. Trishanku's son is Harishchandra. Harishchandra's son is Rohita. That's how we ended with 7th chapter. Now in the 8th chapter, we are continuing. So now we'll be reading about the descendants from Rohita, like that. Let me share the screen again.
Tribanda is son of Satyavrata.
Tribandhana's son is Satyavrata or
Yeah.
Trishanku.
Trishanku.
Chapter 8. The sons of Sagara meet Lord Kapil Dev. In this 8th chapter, the descendants of Rohita are described. In the dynasty of Rohita, there was a king named Sagara, whose history is described in relation to Kapil Dev and the destruction of the sons of Sagara. The son of Rohita was known as Harita, and the son of Harita, actually Harita, right? We had read. No, that's a different Harita. This is Harita. Okay. The son of Rohita was known as Harita, and the son of Harita was Champa, who constructed a township known as Champapuri. The son of Champa was Sudeva. The son of Sudeva was Vijaya. The son of Vijaya was Bharuka. And the son of Bharuka was Vrika.
Wow.
Vrika. Bahuka. So now Bahuka, Bharuka. Vijaya's son was Bharuka. Bharuka's son was Vrika. And Vrika's son is Bahuka.
Too many names.
Bahuka, the son of Vrika, was greatly disturbed by his enemies. Bahuka was disturbed by his enemies. And therefore he left home with his wife and went to the forest. Yeah, when you become too much disturbed by enemies, you just leave that place and go somewhere else to live in peace. So Bahuka was disturbed by his enemies, greatly disturbed. So he left home along with his wife and went to the forest. When he died there, his wife wanted to accept the principles of sati, dying with her husband. But when she was about to die, a sage named Aurva found that she was pregnant and forbade her to do so. The co-wives of this wife of Bahuka gave her poison with her food, but still her son was born with the poison. The son was therefore named Sagara. Sa means with and Gara means poison. So what does Sagara mean? Sagara means with poison. So, the mother, who was a widow now, husband had died, and she was pregnant. So she wanted to die, but the sage stopped her. No, you cannot kill yourself because there's another life in you. You should give birth. And then the co-wives poisoned her to kill the baby. But the baby was born anyway, along with the poison. He was born and the poison was also born. So the one who took birth with the poison is called Sagara. Sagara. Following the instruction of the great sage Aurva, King Sagara reformed many clans, including the Yavanas, Shakas, Haihayas, and Barbaras. The king did not kill them, but reformed them. Then, again following the instructions of Aurva, King Sagara performed Ashwamedha sacrifices. But the horse needed for such a sacrifice was stolen by Indra, the king of heaven. King Sagara had two wives named Sumati and Keshini. While searching for the horse, the sons of Sumati extensively dug up the surface of the earth and in this way dug a trench which later became known as the Sagara Ocean.
Wow.
Sagara, the sons of Sagara, right? And that too of the wife Sumati, the sons of Sumati, one of the wives of Sagara. They dug up the surface of the earth in search of the horse which was stolen by Indra. And while searching, they dug up the surface and created a trench, and it was later known as Sagara, ocean. In the course of this search, they came upon the great personality Kapil Dev and thought him to have stolen the horse. With this offensive understanding, they attacked him, Kapil Dev, the Supreme Lord, right? Kapil Dev, the incarnation of the Lord. With this offensive understanding, they attacked him and were all burned to ashes. Keshini, the second wife of King Sagara, had a son named Asamanjasa, whose son Amshuman later searched for the horse and delivered his uncles. Uncles means the sons of Sumati, who were all burned to ashes. So Amshuman, who is the grandson of Keshini, he delivered the sons of Sumati. So he delivered his uncles. How? By bringing the horse, searching the horse and delivering and bringing it back. And thus he delivered his uncles. Upon approaching Kapil Dev, Amshuman saw both the horse meant for sacrifice and a pile of ashes. Amshuman offered prayers to Kapil Dev, who was very pleased by his prayers and who returned the horse. After getting back the horse, however, Amshuman still stood before Kapil Dev, and Kapil Dev could understand that Amshuman was praying for the deliverance of his forefathers. Thus, Kapil Dev offered the instruction that they could be delivered by water from the Ganges. Amshuman then offered respectful obeisances to Kapil Dev, circumambulated him, and left that place with the horse for sacrifice. When King Sagara finished his yagya, he handed over the kingdom to Amshuman, and following the advice of Aurva, attained salvation. So why are we reading all this? Because this is in the descent of Rohita. Next one. Who's supposed to start today? Who was the last person to read yesterday? We finished the chapter. I think Priyanka Haripriya Mataji, I think. I said,
Mataji, yes.
yes, right? Priyanka Haripriya Mataji. I said the purport also. Thus ends the Bhakti
Yes,
Vedanta.
Mataji.
So next will be Saujanya Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. श्रीशुक उवाच हरितो रोहितसुतश् चम्पस्तस्माद्विनिर्मिता चम्पापुरी सुदेवोतो विजयो यस्य चात्मजः.
Sukadev Goswami continued, the son of Rohita was Harita, and Harita's son was Champa, who constructed the town of Champapuri. The son of Champa was Sudeva, and his son was Vijaya. Hare Krishna.
Rohita, Harita, Champa, then Sudeva, Vijaya. Okay. Rohita, Harita, Champa, Sudeva, Vijaya. Next. Prajna is there, Mataji?
She already left, Mataji.
She left. So next, Vindhyavali Mataji. Bharukastadsutastasmad vrikastasyapi bahukaha soribhirhrita bhoraja sabharyo vanamavishat. Vindhyavali Mataji.
I'm sorry. The son of Vijaya was Baruka. Baruka's son was Brika. And Brika's son was Baruka again.
Bahuka.
The enemies of
Baruka and Bahuka.
Bahuka. I'm sorry. The enemies of the king Bahuka took away all his possessions, and therefore the king entered the order of Vanaprastha and went to the forest with his wife. Hare Krishna.
So we discussed that already in the summary. So Bahuka was fed up with the enemies, so he
Who
entered the forest, took Vanaprastha, entered
who
the
is
forest.
Champa's son, Mataji?
Champa's son is Sudeva.
Sudeva.
Sudeva's son is Vijaya. I was just thinking as we saw all these names, when we are in school and college, uh, maybe in other subjects also, they like history students may have to memorize certain things, maybe the names and dynasties, I don't know. But for sure, in science, we had to memorize so many names, scientific names of
Mhm.
pathogens, of insects, of plants, of animals. I don't know how many thousands of names we had to memorize, and we memorized it also because we had to take exams.
That is the age.
But what is the use of all that? Maybe if you had memorized all these names, that would have been much better instead of those. I'm just thinking. But anyway, so next.
At that age, I should have memorized all these names. Now it's too
Huh?
late for me.
Yeah, no, but I'm thinking we should have a school or college with this curriculum, right? And they're made to learn all this. Text 3. So, Achinta Devaprabhu. Vridham tam panchatam praptam mahishyanumarishyati mahishyanumarishyati aurvena janatatmanam rajavantam nivarita.
Translation: Bahuka died when he was old, and one of his wives wanted to die with him, following the sati rite. At the time, however, Aurvya Muni, knowing her to be pregnant, forbade her to die. Thank you, Mataji.
So that means he had more than one wife. One of his wives wanted to commit sati, but Auramuni understood that she was pregnant, so he said, no, you cannot commit sati in this condition. आज्ञायास्यै सपत्नीभिर् आज्ञायास्यै सपत्नीभिर्गरो दत्तोऽन्धसा सह तेनैव सञ्जातः सगराख्यो महायशाः सगरश्चक्रवर्त्यासीत् सागरो यत्सुतैकृतः. Aditya
Hare Krishna
Mataji.
Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Knowing that she was pregnant, the co-wives of the wife of Bahuka conspired to give her poison with her food, but it did not act. Instead, the son was born along with the poison. Therefore, he became famous as Sagara, one who is born with poison. Sagara later became the emperor. The place known as Ganga Sagar was excavated by his sons. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. So, this son with whom the wife of Bahuka was pregnant, that son is Sagara. And we saw why he is called Sagara. Knowing that she is pregnant, the other, her co-wives, the other wives of King Bahuka, of course, it doesn't say here exactly if all of them went to the forest or only she went and she could not commit. So maybe she must have gone back to the kingdom on the order of, on the instruction of Aurva Muni. With his wife, see, singular. It doesn't say he went with his wives, right? He went, so this wife, he went to the forest with his wife. And when he was old, he died in the forest, right? Vriddham, it is said Vriddham Tam. So died when he was old. But one of his wives wanted to die. But Auramuni forbade her. And the other wives out of jealousy, wanted to give her poison. They gave her poison, but the child was born anyway. Therefore, it's called Sagara, one born with poison. And he became the next emperor. Sagara became the emperor. The place known as Ganga Sagar was excavated by his sons. Ganga Sagar is where Gangaji goes and merges into the sea, Ganga Sagar. So that place, Ganga Sagar, was excavated by the sons of Sagara. That's, we read, right? Sagara. Because they were searching for this horse and they dug up a trench that became the Sagara or ocean. So that Ganga Sagara is excavated by them. Yastala Janghan Yavanan Chakan Haya Barbaran Navadhit Guru Vakyena Chakre Vikrita Veshinaha Mundanch Mashrodharan Kamschin Mundanchmashrodharan Kamschin Muktakeshardamunditan Anantarvasasah Kamschid Abahir Vasasoparan. Arunita?
She's not available right now, Mataji.
Okay. Isha?
Sagara Maharaj followed the order of his spiritual master, Aurva, and Aurva did not kill the uncivilized men like the Tala Janghas, Yamanas, Shakas, Hayas, and Barbaras. Instead, some of them he made dress awkwardly, some of them he shaved clean, but allowed to wear mustaches. Some of them he left wearing loose hair. Some he half shaved. Some he left without underwear, and some without external garments. Thus, these different clans were made to dress differently, but King Sagara did not kill them.
So the uncivilized men, these are all uncivilized men, like the Panchamas. The civilized class is divided into 4 orders: Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Anyone outside of these 4 orders is called Panchama or uncivilized. So, the spiritual master of Sagara Maharaj, who is the spiritual master Aurva Muni. Aurva Muni instructed Sagara not to kill the uncivilized men. Who are they? Talajangas, Yavanas, Shakas, Hayhayas, and Barbaras. Okay? Instead, some of them he made to dress awkwardly. He made some of them to dress awkwardly. And some of them he shaved clean. So that was the punishment. Instead of killing, it's like an insult, right? And that is as good as killing. Just like Rukmi, Ashwatthama, then Jayadratha, Rukmi. Yeah. Ashwatthama, this was taken away. His money was taken away. Jayadratha, just a few here and there, some like sikhas, right? Yeah. And he was, otherwise
5 of them for the Pandavas.
5 Pandavas. And Rukmi was, half, one side he was shaved and one side mustache was removed. So it's a type of punishment, like humiliating the person is as good as killing. But he's left with his life, go live, like that. So Sagar Maharaj also did not kill the uncivilized men, rather he gave different punishments. So he made some of them dress awkwardly, some of them he made them shave their heads but leave mustache. They will have mustache but no hair. Some of them, he said, their hair will be loose, no turban, nothing, hair is loose. And some he half shaved, like Rukmi, half shaved. Some no underwear, and some no outer garments. They were underwear but no outer garments, like this. So they were made to dress differently. Each group was made to dress in a particular way, and that's also, I think, a way of identifying them. But he didn't punish, he didn't kill them, he left them. Aditi Lata Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, one second. Mataji, so I have a question. So did he fight? Did he, I mean, did he fight with them to capture, or how is it? I mean, why did he punish them?
They were uncivilized, so maybe I don't know exactly why. Remember, Ekalavya was also from, from the uncivilized class, and they were actually posing a threat to the emperor, like rebelling against and um, maybe even, collecting forces against the emperor, like that. So he would have been a great threat, Ekalavya. So to curb that, why they are acting like that? Because they are not civilized. Because they are not civilized, right? So I don't know exactly what the reason was, but we can guess that they must have posed some threat to the peace, and especially not peace, but even for the proper execution of religious principles. So then it is the duty of the Kshatriya king to control, so that the people in general are guided properly. So in that case, he can kill them also. Any uh, bad elements in the society, the Kshatriya will control them, like thieves and rogues and plunderers, right? So they will punish them. So, but he didn't kill them. So, what exactly they did, I don't know the details. But certainly something was wrong.
Mataji, even now we see many tribes who are actually dressed like that, in Africa and all those.
Really?
Exactly same way like they described here.
Oh, wow, I didn't.
Yeah, like half naked, like you see some people are, having only loin cloth. So like that. So is it like they continue doing that, or
It's possible because then that becomes their identity. That's how they dress, isn't it? It
yeah?
said each group was dressing in a certain way, it is said.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
because Nishada, I remember Nishada
yes.
was, yeah, Nishada, Prabhupada said that they are like actually Africa's
African tribe.
tribes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, next, Rasapriya. सोऽश्वमेधैरवजता सर्ववेदासुरात्मकम् और्वोपदिष्टयोगेन हरिम् आत्मानमीश्वरम् तस्योत्सृष्टं पशुं यज्ञे जहाराश्वं पुरन्दरः.
Following the instructions of the great sages, Aurva, Sagara Maharaj performed asana sacrifices and thus satisfied the Supreme Lord, who is the Supreme Controller, the super soul of all learned scholars, and the knower of all Vedic knowledge, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But Indra, the King of Heaven, stole the heart meant to be offered up to God.
So now Sagara became the emperor, and his spiritual master is Aurva Muni. So, following the instructions of Aurva Muni, Sagar Maharaj performed Ashwamedha Yagya. Ashwamedha Yagya is a horse sacrifice. What is the purpose? To satisfy the Supreme Lord, who is the Supreme Controller. The Supreme Controller, the super soul of all learned scholars, and the knower of all Vedic knowledge. like that, to satisfy that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sagara Maharaj performed Ashwamedha Yagya. But he started the Ashwamedha Yagya. But before it could be completed, the horse that was meant to be sacrificed was stolen by Indra, the king of heaven. The horse was stolen. Sumatyasthanaya driptah pitur adeshakarinah ayam anveshamanaste samantanyakanam mahim.
Mataji, can I read? I missed my turn.
Why did you miss your turn?
I was in the bathroom.
Okay. Go ahead.
King Sagara had two wives, Sumati and Keshini. The sons of Sumati, who were very proud of their prowess and influence, following the order of their father, searched for the lost horse. While doing so, they dug into the earth very extensively.
King Sagara, who was doing this Ashwamedha Yagya, he had two wives, Sumati and Keshini. You remember how Sagara was born, right? He was born with poison. Just his name suggests Sagara, with poison. And he did Ashwamedha Yagya, whose horse, he attempted to do the Ashwamedha Yagya, but the horse was stolen. And he had two wives, Sumati and Keshini. The sons of Sumati, who were very proud of their prowess and influence, following the order of their father, searched for the lost horse. While doing so, they dug into the earth very extensively. So, searching for the horse, they actually started digging the earth. Maybe they took it to the lower planets somewhere, or I don't know. They dug tunnels, maybe. But they dug into the earth, searching for the horse. And it is also said that they were very proud. Prag udicyam dishihayam dadrishuhu kapilantike eshavaji haraschaura aste militalochanaha hanyatam papa iti shashti sahasrinaha udayudha abhiyayur unnimesha tada munihi. Sonia Mataji.
Thereafter, in the northeastern direction, they saw the horse near the ashrama of Kapil Muni. Here is the man who has stolen the horse, they said. He is staying there with closed eyes. Certainly he is very sinful. Kill him, kill him. Shouting like this, the sons of Sagara, 60,000 altogether, raised their weapons. When they approached the sage opened his eyes.
Wow. So Kapil Dev was sitting in his tapasya, right? Kapila Ashram. We read about this also when we were reading about Bharat, Jad Bharat. King Rahugana was on his way to Kapil Muni's ashram. So Kapil Muni or Kapil Dev, who is an incarnation of the Lord, who is the son of Kardam Muni and Devahuti, he was performing tapasya. He was in meditation with closed eyes. Looking for the horse, the sons of Sumati reached the ashram of Kapil Muni, and they saw that the horse was near the ashram, and Kapil Muni there was one person with closed eyes. Seeing the horse there, they thought, oh, he's the one who stole the horse. See how he's he's sitting there with closed eyes. He's certainly a very sinful person. Kill him. So how many sons were there? 60,000 sons of Sumati. All of them together raised their weapons to kill Kapil Muni. And then when they rushed at him, Kapil Muni opened his eyes. Some commotion outside, so he opened his eyes. Swashariragni natavan Mahendra Hrita Chetasaha Mahadvyatikramahata bhasmasad abhavan kshanat. After Sonia Mataji, Usha Mataji, you are able to read? Maybe
Sorry,
not.
Mataji. No, Mataji, I'm driving.
So next, Narsimha Leela Chaitanya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
By the influence of Indra, the king of heaven, the sons of Sagara had lost their intelligence and disrespected a great personality.
Consequently,
And consequently, fire emanated from their own bodies and they were immediately burned to ashes. Hare Krishna.
yeah, Hare Krishna. It is not that Kapil Muni burned them with his glance, fire came out of his eyes and he burned them. That's not said here. See, your own sins eat you up, actually, right? When we commit sins, those sins are actually destroying us, or even worse than sins, offenses. It's not that when I offend someone, that person curses me and therefore I am doomed. No. When I commit an offense, that offense itself is destroying my bhakti. That offense itself is destroying me. And here, why they tried to kill Kapil Muni? Because of influence of Indra, it is said. See, it was Indra who stole the horse. So he must have kept the horse there near. The whole purpose of Indra is to distract the horse sacrifice, right? To, what is the word? He didn't want the horse sacrifice to be completed. So now they came looking for the horse. If they find the horse, they'll take the horse and they'll go back, and the horse sacrifice will be completed. So he influenced them in such a way that they thought Kapil Dev stole the horses and they tried to kill Kapil Dev, and this is an offense to the Supreme Lord. So by their own offense, fire was generated from their body and they were burnt to ashes. Then right there on the spot, all 60,000 of them, it's like 60,000 of them standing there, and then they just, 60,000 piles of ashes there, burnt to ashes. Fire emanated from their own bodies, right? They lost their intelligence. Why they lost their intelligence? By the influence of Indra. They lost their intelligence and disrespected a great personality. And the consequence is fire emanated from their own bodies and they were immediately burned to ashes. Purport. Yeah. Suhrad, Mataji, Prabhuji, anyone is there?
The material body is a combination of earth, water, fire, air, and ether. There is already fire within the body, and our practical experience is that the heat of this fire sometimes increases and sometimes decreases. The fire within the bodies of the sons of Sagara Maharaj came so much hotter than all of them, burned to ashes. The fire's increased heat was due to their misbehavior toward a great personality. Such misbehavior is called Mahad
Yatikram.
They were killed by the fire of their own bodies because of insulting a great personality.
So, elsewhere we saw Maryada Vyatikrama, right? There's an etiquette going, not following that, or when there's a discrepancy in etiquette, that's called Maryada Vyatikrama. That comes when we were reading about what's Vidura. Vidura asked Uddhava to whatever instructions the Supreme Lord gave you at the time of departing, it was Bhagavatam, whatever the Lord instructed you, can you please give me the same instructions? But Vidura was senior to Uddhava, like a father. So Uddhava is taking the position of a guru and instructing Vidura would be Maryada Vyatikrama. So therefore Uddhava said, you please take instructions from Maitreya Muni. Why? Maitreya Muni is a classmate of, or the same as contemporary of Vyasdev. Vyasdev is the father of Vidura. So Maitreya Muni would be a father figure. So accepting him as a guru would be proper. But accepting a junior as a guru would be, I mean, from his side it's okay. From Vidur's side it was fine. But Uddhava, he couldn't do that. Instruct a senior. That would be Maryada Vyatikrama. So that was one place where we heard about Maryada Vyatikrama. Here there's another word. It's called Mahad Vyatikrama. Mahad. Who is Mahad? Great, a great personality, right? You say Mahant, Mahat, right? Mahabhagavat, right? Mahat. So Mahat Vyatikrama, an offense to a great personality. So this is the Supreme Lord, right? Offense to a great personality. And he's also a devotee, playing the role of a devotee, a sage. So because of this offense, the fire element in the body increased. So we all have experience when we get fever, the body temperature goes high. In fact, if it crosses a certain limit, then all the bodily, organs, organelles, right, inside your heart, your liver and everything becomes disintegrated because it gets burnt. Because of that high temperature, it will stop functioning and then person will die. So over 107 degrees Fahrenheit means it's death. So similarly here, the temperature of the body increased on its own. Not that Kapil Dev burnt them to ashes. It's not like that. And why it increased? Because of Mahat Vyatikrama, offense to a great personality. They were killed by the fire of their own bodies because of insulting a great personality. So I actually wanted all of you to finish reading, but it's 5:30. I think I'll stop here. So tomorrow, Suvarnangi Mataji and Narsimha Chaitanya Prabhu can read, and after them Neelambari Radha Mataji will read, and then Priyanka Haripriya Mataji.
Mataji,
Ah,
one question, that why did they burn? I mean, it's of course by the will of Krishna only, because different. I mean, we have seen many instances where they have, like Supreme Personality was insulted, but this reaction did not happen. Of course, they were punished some other way. So I'm thinking,
for example,
like Lord Ramachandra also, his wife was taken away, and so
he was killed. He was killed.
later on, I mean, this reaction was instant and just happened on their own. As you are saying about the offenses, that it automatically comes and destroys oneself. So that, for that, of course, that is for the pastimes probably, and also Krishna's will. So probably that's why. Thank you.
The answer. Let's read Srimad Bhagavad Gita introduction, continuation. So we're reading about the 5 topics. We read about Ishvara to some extent. We are going to read again. We read about Prakriti and also Karma, Kala, and Jiva is there. So Ishvara, the Supreme Lord, Jiva, the living entity, Prakriti, nature, Kala, eternal time, and Karma, activity, are all explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Out of these 5, the Lord, the living entities, material nature, and time are eternal. They are eternal. Living entity, the Lord, material nature is also eternal. Time is also eternal. Of course, it's another thing that it manifests and unmanifests, manifests and unmanifests. But It is there eternally. It's not finished and gone forever. The manifestation of Prakriti may be temporary, but it is not false. Some philosophers say that the manifestation, like, they say Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya, means this Jagat, this material manifestation is false. Some philosophers say that the manifestation of material nature is false. But according to the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, or according to the philosophy of the Vaishnavas, this is not so. What is not so? That the material nature is false. It's not like that, according to Vaishnava philosophy. The manifestation of the world is not accepted as false. It is accepted as real but temporary. It is likened unto a cloud which moves across the sky, or coming of the rainy season which nourishes grains. As soon as the rainy season is over, and as soon as the cloud goes away, all the crops which were nourished by the rain dry up. Similarly, this material manifestation takes place at a certain interval, stays for a while, and then disappears. Such are the workings of Prakriti. But this cycle is working eternally. That's the point. The cycle happens eternally. Within the cycle, sometimes there is manifestation, sometimes there is no manifestation, but that cycle repeats eternally. Therefore, Prakriti is eternal. It is not false. The Lord refers to this as my Prakriti, Mama Maya. Daivi Hyesha Gunamayi, Mama Maya, Duratyaya. Mama Maya means my Prakriti. Right? The Lord refers to this as my Prakriti. This material nature is the separated energy of the Supreme Lord, and similarly, the living entities are also the energy of the Supreme Lord, although they are not separated but eternally related. So, the external energy, material nature, is Bahiranga Shakti or external, it is separated. Bhumirapo nalo vayu kammano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakriti rashtada. Bhinna prakriti, separated energy, material nature. And the living entities, they are also Prakriti. Aparayam itastvanyam Prakritim vidhi me param. Right? This is superior energy. It is not separated, but it is eternally related with the Supreme Lord. So the Lord, the living entity, material nature, and time are all interrelated and are eternal. They are all eternal. However, the other item, karma, is not eternal. The effects of karma may be very old indeed. We are suffering or enjoying the results of our activities from time immemorial. So this time immemorial in Sanskrit, it is called Anadi. Anadi. Adi means beginning. Anadi means that which has no beginning. So there is no beginning when your karma started. You have been doing karma and suffering and enjoying the results of your karma since beginningless. So we are suffering or enjoying the results of our activities from time immemorial, but we can change the results of our karma or our activity. And thus change, and this change depends on the perfection of our knowledge. We are engaged in various activities. Undoubtedly, we do not know what sort of activities we should adopt to gain relief from the actions and reactions of all these activities. But this is also explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Yes, actually, it's a vicious cycle, the cycle of karma. There's no way out, right? Every action has a reaction. You do good activity, there's a reaction to that, and that's going to bind you to this world. You do bad activity, there's a reaction to that, that's going to bind you to this world. So when are you going to get relief? So then that is also explained in Bhagavad Gita, how to get relief from this vicious cycle of karma. That is also explained. In the middle 6 chapters, Bhagavad Gita, Bhakti Yoga tells, actually the whole Bhagavad Gita says that how to transcend. Whether you are in the first 6 chapters is talking about Nishkam Karma Yoga, that is also telling us how to transcend. Middle 6 chapters Bhakti Yoga, last 6 chapters Jnana Yoga. They are all paths meant to transcend the modes of material nature. Okay, Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita. So, Srila Prabhupada gave a lecture. Where did he give a lecture? Yeah, so this one professor from Slippery Rocks College saw the ad that was uh, published in the newspaper about Srila Prabhupada. So he got the number, he called them, and he found out that Prabhupada was in YMCA. He invited him to come and give a class to his students in college. He went and picked him up. So then this is what he's saying. After the class, I had a short conversation with the Swamiji while sitting outside on a bench on the campus lawn. Most of the time when he was not directly engaged in conversation, he would repeat a short prayer while moving prayer beads through his fingers. He was sitting up cross-legged and we were speaking back and forth. He said that the trees around us were beautiful and he asked, "What kind of trees are these?" I replied, "They are shade trees." Then he said that it was too bad they weren't fruit or nut trees to provide food and benefit people. At 1 o'clock, Prabhupada lectured again. So in the morning he lectured, then there was a break, I guess, in the afternoon. And at 1 o'clock again, Srila Prabhupada lectured. Afterward, he accompanied Dr. Mohan Sharma, a member of the faculty who had attended the lecture, and his 16-year-old daughter, Minnie, to Dr. Sharma's campus residence. Prabhupada accepted warm milk and dried fruit, and at Dr. Sharma's request, blessed his home and touched the forehead of his daughter in a gesture of benediction. Around 3 o'clock, Professor Larson drove him back to Butler. Alan Larson, the Swamiji seemed to present himself as an Indian scholar who had come for a short time to do translation work. I never thought of him as a missionary, but during the course of the day, there grew in me a warm affection for this man because he was unmistakably a good man who had found his way to a stability and peace that is very rare. The lectures in Pennsylvania gave Prabhupada his first readings of how his message would be received in America. At Commonwealth Pier in Boston, he had stated in his poem, "I am sure that when this transcendental message penetrates their hearts, they will certainly feel gladdened and thus become liberated from all unhappy conditions of life." Now this principle was actually being tested in the field. Would they be able to understand? Were they interested? Would they surrender? Time will tell. So the next we'll read tomorrow. For us, tomorrow is October 21st, but here it is October 15th. So anyway, I'll stop here. Thank you all so much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna.
Thank
We'll
you,
meet.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.